Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spoonful podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mario Piacquadio, joined by the illustrious Mr. Emmett Watkins Jr.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Ghosting, fuck it up. Ghosting, fuck it up. That
Amen.
will make sense later.
Amen to that. How you been, man? It's been for the people at home. They may not realize it, but it's been longer than usual in between recording
True.
periods. Because our last episode with Jacob McCord, shout out to Jacob, we recorded pretty much right after we recorded the episode before that. So I feel like it's been like a longer gap. It feels like it's been a bit. So I want to catch up with you. How you been, man?
I have been really good. I have been just doing a lot. I started a new position at the same job,
Nice.
um, which meant I'm working mornings now instead of nights, which is one hell of a change. Let me tell you.
Ooh, yeah.
That the first 10 days I worked that job, I don't think I got more than 4 hours of sleep. I think last time I was there, I got 6 hours the night before, and that was
Ooh.
the most sleep I had ever gotten. The first time I was nodding off at work. So that felt really great. But other than that, it's a lot less intensive. It's less physical labor and more just doing paperwork all day.
Yeah.
The only downside is I'm literally doing it all day. One of the first people to come in and one of the last people to leave. So, that's not great, but hey, I'm getting my hours, I'm getting my money, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
More or less.
That is all that matters. Better
Yeah.
lifestyle too, even if it's tougher job wise.
Yeah,
It's still a better lifestyle, so I respect it.
absolutely. I can already literally a couple days into the job, uh Gabby had said, "Hey, my friend's having a birthday party, wine tasting thing on Sunday afternoon." And if I was still doing night shift, nah, I wouldn't be able to come. But this time I was able to say, "Hey, I'm gonna leave a couple hours early so I can get to this wine tasting," rather than say, "Hey, I gotta cancel work entirely." So yeah, things like that are the reasons why it's gonna be all worth it. So I just gotta get more used to it. We're still training and whatnot, but it's going very well. It's going very well. Good folks up there.
Good dude. Good dude.
Mm.
Happy for you. Happy for you. I personally I just I wrapped up my summer semester last week as of recording
Hey,
this.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my results of the first two semesters, and starting up the next semester, not this upcoming week. I basically got 2 weeks off the next Tuesday. No, so not the day that this comes out, the week after that. And that semester is gonna be a doozy. Taking a lot,
Ooh.
like basically all the joke classes are out of the way, and as somebody who's trying to go into medical school, it's all very serious, heavy science classes from now on. So that'll be fun.
Oh boy, you're gonna know how to cook meth pretty soon. Are you excited about
Yeah, I'm
that?
right there, man. I can't wait. Once it gets blue, I'll let you know. I'll hit you up. That's how I know
Oh
I
hell
made it.
yeah. Smurf City, bitch. Now I'm
Uh,
playing. But yeah, that's exciting though. That's really exciting. Just, I know when I was in school, that's when it started getting, more difficult, nose to the grindstone. Even though I was an English major and all I had to do was like read and write a lot, it becomes difficult when it's like, reading and writing's fun if it's about shit you care about. When you have
totally.
to read a book from the 1800s that you don't care about, it's way harder to like figure out 5 pages of things to talk
For
about.
sure.
So yeah, I think you got to benefit with science and whatnot because the answers are the answers. There's no like interpretation to it.
I
So
enjoy that a lot,
you
actually. I
should be good.
find that I really appreciate just like concrete stuff.
Mm, yes. And I will say, the older I've gotten, the more I appreciate just concrete answers and just like, oh, I can just say this and that's all I need. Especially when it comes to education and such, it was a little bit nerve wracking to be like, I got to find something interesting to say about Dr. Magoo's Book of Secrets or whatever. I don't know.
I'm gonna
It was
write my
very
thesis
difficult
on
at a certain
Dr.
point.
Magoo's Book of Secrets, actually.
My God, that's not a real doctor. Do not trust him with medical advice. Um, but yeah, other than all that stuff, yeah, you're gonna have a really good time getting the rest of this stuff done. I
For
I
sure.
got my other faith in you. Plus, you already been doing like medical type things beforehand,
A little
so
bit.
it's more getting familiar with stuff.
Yeah,
So
we'll
yeah,
see. In the
you're gonna
next
do great.
in the next few spoonfuls, if you see my eyes get baggier and baggier, you'll know. I'll
Oh my
let you
God.
know stress wise how I'm doing.
Hey, that's gonna be you and me both. I'm waking up early for the first time in
Hell
years,
yeah,
and
dude.
hitting your nose to the grindstone when it comes to education. So we're
Let me
both going to
tell you,
be.
man. Let me tell you, as somebody who's a former night owl, I get it, man. I get it. It's hard.
Mm,
Let me tell you, the most important thing, and it's gonna sound very cliche and very like eye rolly, but trust me, leading up to school, I really, really put a lot of effort into learning to improve my habits and all that. The most important thing for you to be able to wake up early reliably is to wake up at the same time every day, or at least try to wake up at the same time every day, and to make sure that you have a good night routine prior to it.
mm.
Like, if you make sure that, like, at a set amount, you do this, and maybe you read a book, or you wash your face, or you brush your teeth, or you take a shower, whatever it is, that's the key, man. That's the key. Do it every night.
Mm. Yeah, I've started getting into some type of habit. Around like 9 or 10 o'clock, I start saying, "All right, I need to get my things together, get stuff put together, so in the morning I'm not having to run around too long." I do that around 9 or 10 o'clock, and then I
Good.
try to be in actual bed by 11 or 12.
Sick.
So now I just got to move that time up slowly but surely. Because the one time I went to bed early, that one time is when I had my girlfriend over, and we were tired from doing a bunch of stuff throughout the day. So we went to bed at 10 just by happenstance. And sure enough, I woke up and I was like, damn, I feel great. I didn't fall asleep at all the
Like,
whole
oh,
day.
this is awesome.
So, yeah, turns out you go to bed earlier and you're not tired. So yeah, we'll figure those things out. But
Have faith in
as
you.
far as like building a, yeah, I mean, I have faith in me too. But as far as building a routine, I've kind of already ruined that due to the events of yesterday.
Yeah,
The
so
events of yesterday were a lot.
there are some illustrious events. The second time I used the word illustrious today, so that's how you know it's a serious one.
But that counter
From
on screen. No, I'm kidding. We don't have a
ding.
counter.
Yeah, we don't have people. We don't have people that can do that. Maybe one day. But yeah, ever since we were originally supposed to record this on a Saturday, and you hit me up and you said, "Hey, something went down. I'm not going to be able to record Saturday. Can we move it to Sunday?" And to use your exact words, you said an emergency came up, and then you further clarified that it's a positive emergency, which
It's
left
a very
me,
positive.
like,
Dumbfounded.
intrigued. I was intrigued from the go, and I'm like, you know what? This will be content. If I know one thing, I know this is going to be content.
Absolutely. It will indeed be content. So I guess I'll tell you what happened. So long story, I was about to say long story short, you're here for a podcast. I'm just gonna
Make
tell you the
the
story.
long story long.
Bingo bango. So started the absolute beginning. Me and Gabby, we hang out most of the days I'm off. So that's not a surprise if we're interacting together, whatever. We had plans this weekend to basically not have plans. We said, hey, a lot of her friend group are going to be out of town. A lot of my friends, I was going to hang out with another friend, my friend Nick, but he was busy this weekend, so that fell through. So we said, all right, we're going to just go this weekend. She's coming to my place. We're just going to cook. I'm going to get her into Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix. We're going to watch that first episode because I've seen the whole show, but she's never even heard of the books. So I was like, oh, we're going to do this
Okay.
and we're just going to chill. We're going to have a good time because we eat out all the fucking time. So it's like, hey, we need to chill on that. Let's cook something. Let's make good choices with our money.
I love that.
So that's what the plan was. Yeah, very great plan. So, I work all the way up until Thursday. I get off of work Thursday. I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday all to myself. So I'm like, awesome, we're about to do this. Friday afternoon, around like 3 o'clock or so, 4 o'clock or so, I get a call from Gabby. And she's like, Emmett, check your fucking text. And I'm like, okay. She texted me a screen cap. And I might have access to that screen cap.
Oh,
This is the wildest thing. Like, it's crazy this story even happened, but this is what it started with. It started with the screen cap. Literally, she just texted Emmett, and then the screen cap was of a conversation she's having with one of her other friends. She's going to Europe in a couple weeks, as I've said on the show before. And one of those friends in that field trip group, do you want to see Beyonce on Saturday? Whitney's sister has 2 extras. I'm not interested in going, but I told her I'd ask around.
wow. Wow.
So we're like, what? So about 3 o'clock, I get this text, and she's like, "Hey, if you want to go, they're selling it for like 125. Do you want to do it?" And so I said, "Well, I can't not go to Beyonce.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Exactly. And to give you even deeper lore on this, like a decade ago, back when Beyonce put out like, because for the record, everyone, like if you're watching the video, you see right here this album right here, right next
And
to my
up
head,
there,
that is
yeah,
Lemonade. That is like her, not this is her last album. Renaissance just came out last year, but Lemonade was the one before that. I love Lemonade enough to have a vinyl of it on my wall. For the longest time, I had it displayed with like the actual record coming out because it's yellow and it was a nice little thing.
sick.
Um, Very sick. So I'm a big Beyonce fan. I've been listening to her all my life. But it wasn't until about a decade ago where I started to be like, all right, I am actually. It's not that I'm just hearing all these Beyonce songs. I am a Beyonce fan. I'm like coming to terms with that. I'm content with that. Even as a, I am not the target demographic for Beyonce music, but I like it all the same.
Dude, I have
And
3
what?
Taylor Swift
Mhm.
tattoos. I get it. No judgment here.
Exactly, exactly. This is absolutely a safe space to talk about this.
You're good,
Um,
man.
Indeed, indeed. But at the time in 2013, I was still like on the edge of that yet. I
Mhm.
wasn't completely on the side of, oh, I'm a Beyonce fan, which means that year, 2012, right before it, where Christmas, my mom got me and my little sister tickets to see Beyonce, and this was my favorite Beyonce album is Four. This was like right on the tail end of Four,
Mm.
and I didn't know it yet, but the self-titled Beyonce album was about to come out, where she like was dropping music independently, wasn't on a label anymore, and I saw that, and I said, you know what? Yeah, I like Beyonce, but I'm not really like a super duper big fan of her yet. And then also, look, I love my little sister now. We're great. We're adults now, so a lot changes when you become adults. But at the time, I was like, man, my sister bumps heads with me a lot. Like she can, we oil and water sometimes when
Yeah.
we're together. So I said, all right. So having just me and her alone by ourselves, no parental interaction or any other interaction, I don't know how that's gonna go. So, long story short, I said, "Hey, my cousin wants to go too. She loves Beyonce way more than me and is way more unabashed about it." So they went and they saw Beyonce. They saw them perform all my favorite songs from Four, which is my favorite Beyonce album still. I think the DualShock. I have a DualShock somewhere on the wall. It's probably higher up,
Oh yeah.
but
I remember this.
yeah, yes, I think I've shown it on camera. Look at
Mhm.
previous episodes if you'd like. Um, so yeah, I said I'm not gonna go, and I've regretted that so much. I've regretted that so much because as the years went on, I became more of a Beyonce fan, and the one chance I had to see her, I did not take up.
Yeah.
And now we fast forward to now, and we had this opportunity to see to get these tickets. So she's like, "Yes, we want the tickets. Yes, we'll send you the money." Blah blah blah, and then we had to just wait because it's one thing if like, oh, my friend has tickets and you can go bug your friend all the time. This is your friend's sister. So it's like how
Maybe.
and yeah, it's like how did she talk to other people? Are we the only ones that have been interacted with? Like what exactly is going on? And so we just sat there for like a good 3 or 4 hours until the workday was done basically. Because we were like, all right, we don't want to bother them right now because they could be in the middle of stuff because it's Friday, but also we need to know if we're getting these tickets because if we get these tickets, it's not let's go to Beyonce tomorrow. It's now all of Saturday is dedicated to making sure we look on point for a
Oh,
Beyonce concert.
100%. This is an all-day affair. It's not a
Hmm.
You don't just go to the Beyonce concert.
Exactly.
Can I
Yeah,
just
it's
say,
not something you just casually do.
can I
Yes.
just say shout out to significant others, and this is a specific one. A, cuz like they're great. You end up going to a Beyonce concert, right? But I was with Jimena when you sent me the text that a positive emergency came on, right? And I told him because
Yeah.
originally I had not the day planned around it, but I had let her know like, hey, on Saturday I'm gonna record at this time or whatever. And like, cool, all good, right? And then I let her know, and she's like, oh, the first thing she said, oh, I bet they're going to the Beyonce concert. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, she's in Georgia. I bet they're going to the concert. I'm like, I mean, it could be. It's definitely in the realm of possibility. And here we are. So
Smart cookie that
shout
one.
out.
God, hey, they're all smarter than us. We're all
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
helpless. Beyonce was right. Who run the world? Girls. You're right. Um, but yeah. Holy shit. So yeah, we're sitting there waiting for this text back, and then sure enough, around 6 o'clock or so, because we had planned to meet up at 6 p.m. that day to work out. Because now that my new job, I'm not running around as much. I'm just
Right.
sitting in an office all day. I'm like, hey, I was more physically, I guess I'm not gonna say I'm more physically fit than her, because I am very rotund and she is not. But also when we were doing like we went to a bounce house to take my niece to a couple weeks ago, trampolines and whatnot, and I was jumping all day and I could have jumped more. After a couple minutes, she was like, "Oh man, I'm like sore."
You got
So like
stamina.
I have stamina. That's probably what it is. I got stamina because I'm on my feet all the time at work, walking around doing stuff. Where she might look the part, but as soon as she starts moving, it's like, the bones start creaking or whatever. So because of that, she's like, I need to keep working out, and I'm like, I need to start working out. So we were gonna meet up Friday at 6 to go work out, and then about 5:45, she calls me back. We got the ticket.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
So like I sent her my share of the money and everything. So it went from, hey, we're gonna work out tonight and just take it easy and then cook the next day. It went from that to, all right, now I have to get my hair rebraided because my hair was looking a mess because it's
Oh
been
yeah.
braided for like 3 weeks. And so I'm like, all right, who can do it? Let's ask mom. Hey mom, what you doing Saturday morning? Oh wait, you're going to help my little brother move into his dorm.
Oof.
So it's like, so now I have to get it done tonight, which means we don't have time to go work out right now, which also means we were gonna like make food tonight. We can't make food tonight anymore because now I gotta do this. So it turned to a whole thing. Thank God for my mom, because she, as soon as she heard that, oh, we're going to Beyonce, she was like, all right, I get it. I'll stay up late and do
No
your hair.
worries.
It's like, because even she, that same cousin who went with my sister all those years ago, and my sister and my mom this time, they're gonna go see her in Tampa on like Wednesday. So like she's
They're
already on the
good.
path.
They got
Yeah,
it.
they're good. Yeah, they know exactly what's up. So yeah, it's really crazy. Also, a small moment. We just got back home right before we started recording, and we saw my mom pull in, and my mom was like, she just got her hair redone because she's gonna go see the concert, and so she was like, yeah, I gotta go figure out an outfit, blah blah blah. And then Gabby's here too, so Gabby was like, yeah, we had our whole outfit. Actually, if you want to worry about one less thing on your outfit, I still have my little bedazzled hat from Party City that I wore
Sick.
to the thing. So it's like, look at them, just girls are
Beautiful.
girl connecting, just shaking hands across the aisles.
You
I love
love
it.
to see it.
Amen, amen. 'Cause it makes me very happy. But yeah, so we went and did all that. So Friday night, excuse me. Friday night was dedicated to just getting my hair braided. That took several hours. We didn't go to bed until like 2:30. We still hadn't worked out, so we're like, we need to fucking work out, because she was feeling, she really wanted to work out, and I was like, I know I need to, even though I don't want to, because I want to make time for everything else. So we planned it out. We're gonna get up early. We're gonna go work out. Then we're gonna go to the mall, and then by like 1 or 2 o'clock, we'll be at her house. We'll get ready at her house, then go to the concert. What had happened was,
Ooh.
I thought the mall opened at 9. So I said, all right, the mall opens at 9. We'll be at LA Fitness at 8 o'clock. On the way to LA Fitness at like 8:05, she's like, oh, the mall doesn't open until 10.
Oof.
So immediately it's like, oh, great. So we worked out a little bit longer. We went to Einstein's a little bit longer to eat breakfast. Then we finally went to the mall. And then the mall was like, it wasn't difficult because thank God she's very much she'll get distracted and see cute things, but she won't focus on it long. She'll say, oh, that's cute. I kind of want
And
this, but
move
I'm only
on.
going to look at it
I
for, yeah,
appreciate that. I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Because I've been on shopping trips where it's like, oh Lord, we're gonna be here all day
Oh yeah.
because you want to try this on, even though you're not gonna buy it, that type of thing. Just family, friends, cousins, whatever.
Been
And
there
so I
too.
was really happy. Yep, yeah, exactly. But yeah, we got everything done. We had a specific motive. We were trying to find. She had aspects of outfits at home already. She just needed stuff to go with it. I had nothing, so I was starting from zero. I was like, "Hey, whatever you get, I'll match you." And we ended up going with. She had a really nice outfit. She had like a black with like little diamonds in it, bralette to wear. And
Okay.
so she got a jean jacket with that, jean shorts for that. And then we got the black hat with the little diamonds shimmering on it, and a diamond belt. and what was it? She got these really cool like chrome shoes, these chrome boots
Ooh,
that were like honestly, we were really lucky with those boots. They only had one pair because Gabby wears like an 8.5. There was only one pair that was 8.5, and it was the display pair. So we had to like
fuck
go out in the
yeah.
front, get that boot, and then the box with one shoe in it. And
Meant to be,
yeah,
dude. What a life.
it was so meant to be. Down to the part where like the outfit that I wore, because I ended up wearing like I call it like it looks like a ranch hand outfit because it's like collared shirt with a bunch of like diamond studs on the collar and the sleeves and the bottom and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
And it was a really nice shirt. We didn't see pants for it, except one pair of shorts that actually were designed in the same way. They were double XL. So
Ooh.
we were like, I don't wear double XL. I'm just a large. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad. And so we said, all right, let's get some other pairs of pants. Let's put things together. We asked them. They said, it says in the system there's a large here, but it's just one large and sometimes the count's off, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get too mad because I knew how it was. I've worked retail. So I was like, all right, we'll try the XL pants on and we'll see. So I tried a bunch of other pants on. We finally got down to that pair of pants and I was like, wait, I know this is a double XL. This fits fine.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Oh, you gotta love like sizing not being true 90% of the time.
absolutely. And it was one of those, it was like stretchy with a drawstring. It was kind of like gym short type pants.
Perfect.
So I think it's just the stretch of it just condensed small enough to get onto me, and I could just tie it with a string to make sure it stayed. So I was like, God, this really was meant to be. And we found a nice cowboy hat there too. It
Amazing.
was it was perfect. It was perfect. Forever 21. Shout out Forever 21. Whenever I need to look slightly nicer than normal, I always go to Forever 21.
Shout
Shout out
out.
to them. Yeah, they're sponsored by Forever. Not play. But yeah, so we got all of our outfits, we got everything done, and it was about we got out of the mall like 1 o'clock, 1:30, and we said, all right, if we're trying to be there on time, we need to be at your place by 2 o'clock so that we can be going towards the MARTA station by 5, so that we can be at MARTA by 6, get to the concert, get to the area for the concert around 7 because the concert's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. So that's the
Okay.
deadline. 8 o'clock's the deadline. So it's about 2 o'clock. We're like, fuck, it's 2 o'clock and we're still like about to go to my house because we have to get her stuff from my house, then go to her house to get ready. So we didn't get to her house till about 3 o'clock. Then we all take showers and everything, and we're like, shit, it's 4 o'clock. And
Oof.
she still needs to do makeup. She
Yeah.
still needs to like do her hair, all this stuff. So I'm like, Lord have mercy. This is gonna be rough. And so I say, hey, 5 o'clock was our deadline. I mapped out how long it takes to get to the MARTA station. For folks who don't know, MARTA is just our train, subway system, whatever you want to call it, public transit. And so I say, we needed to leave at 5 originally, but it's only 20 minutes to get there. So I say, all right, 5:30. We can leave at 5:30 and still be okay. Mario, we didn't leave till 6.
Oh man. Tough.
We did not leave till 6. And it's not anything on her. It's not her taking
It
too
just
long or
happens.
whatever. It just happens. We
Yeah.
were doing a lot that day. We were doing a lot that day. So, and then on top of that, she didn't get a hat yet. Her Party City hat was yet to be purchased.
Oof.
So we had to stop by Party City next to the station to get that. And then we called ahead and I said, hey, or I told her, hey, you should probably call ahead because if they don't have a hat, we don't want to stop there and then they don't have a hat.
Waste
They
of
called
time,
ahead
yeah.
and exactly. So we said, hey, do y'all have a hat? And they said, we got one, but it's a little damaged. It's the diamonds are falling off of it. But
We'll
if you got some
take it.
glue, yeah, literally, we said we'll take it. Just hold it for us. We'll get some Gorilla Glue. Turns out when we pulled up the Party City, there was a Walmart next door. So I dropped it off at Party City to
Beautiful.
get the hat. I ran on to Walmart to get the Gorilla Glue. I come back with this glue, and I swear to God, this is like the day was so perfect. Because as I'm leaving Walmart with this Gorilla Glue, I'm in the car about to drive back to Party City, and she's like, turns out they had another one of the hat that was fine. So I just bought the good one. So
Beautiful.
it's perfect. So we just walked in there, got everything together, got our outfits together. She had on, she's a goat with makeup. So she was
The
she had
more
her
that you
look.
talk, the more that this sounds like it's a video, like a fucking point and click adventure video game, and it's like, and later on, we encountered somebody who needed glue, and we had the glue, and they let us through the gate.
It almost felt like that. It was kind of crazy. But no, so yeah, after Party City, we get to MARTA station, everything's all perfect. We buy our tickets and whatnot. But we're looking at the time. It is now like 7:05, and we're just pulling up to the MARTA station. I'm like, hey, how long does MARTA take? Thinking it'll only take like 10 or 15 minutes, then we'll be there. No, they got to make stops.
Ooh.
So we got
They
several
do
stops to
those
make.
things.
Yeah, I forgot about because I'm never in Metro Atlanta like that. Homebody. I didn't leave this place until I got in a relationship. That's not true. I had friends. Anywho, so I'm like, God, we're gonna be cutting it close. Sure enough, we get there. We literally walk up to the arena at like 7:45,
Ooh.
and it is packed, dude.
I'm
It
guessing she's
is
playing Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes Benz. I think
Yeah.
it was around 70,000 people seeing
Yeah.
her on Friday,
Yeah.
or on Saturday, because this is like you said, she was here all weekend. She was there Friday when we got the call that we got the tickets, and then Saturday is when we went. She's coming again tonight, Sunday. So it's crazy. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she even did the. We'll talk about the performance later. But we get there and we're like, oh my god, it's 7:45. We're still outside, and the line's moving slow. There's like very little. It's not much of a line. It's more of just a mass that once it gets close to the door, it starts funneling into actual lines.
Yeah.
So we're just in this mass.
The most
Just trying to
inefficient.
stay in it.
Yeah. Inefficient.
Oh, ooh, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm just getting nervous. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Well, actually, at this point, I wasn't nervous because at this point, I was like, we're here, we made it.
Yeah.
We're no
Plus,
matter what.
I'm assuming she has an opener of some sort, right?
We'll get to that.
Oh,
We will get to
okay.
that.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh boy. At this point, I'm like, all right, weight off my shoulders. We've made it. Even if we walk in a couple minutes late, we're not gonna miss that much. We just get to our seats, we sit down, and we go. She was super nervous because she was like, I want to get to my seats. I want to know that our seats are secured. Because even after she scanned the tickets, I was like, yeah, we're really done. Like, the tickets are going to work.
Like, we're
The
here.
tickets already worked. Yeah, exactly. We're here. But she was very much like, nah, not yet. I want to get here. And once we're comfortable and we've made it through all the crowds, we're good. Eventually, we got to our seats. And I'm like, all right, great. It's 8:15 at this point. Nothing's happening. Nothing's on the table or anything. And so I'm like, huh, I guess we're good. You want to go eat something?
Hell yeah.
And so we have time. She ultimately didn't end up coming out until like 9:05, 9:10.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes. The start time is like not. I've been to one concert in my life where the start time, because I'm used to it enough that like, okay, the start time is 7. Probably the opener is gonna get there at 7:30. By the time they're done, the concert will start at like 8:15. I'm like, you know what, whatever. I went to one
Accurate.
concert one time, and I can't remember what it was right now, but I'm going with my usual chill attitude, and that concert started right on time, and I was like, oh shit.
I feel that. I feel that. At least you were there, though. For
Yes,
us, we almost weren't.
I know.
Yeah, because I saw online that someone said, oh, there isn't an opening act. Beyonce just comes out and sings some of her older songs so she can just get right to the Renaissance album. And
Oh,
I said, well, as someone who wasn't that big of a fan of Renaissance, because I listened to it when it first came out, that album is not for me, which is another aspect we'll talk about from the show. But I love all of Beyonce's old stuff. So I was like, hey, I am not missing the opener because those are all the songs I actually care about. So I was really trying to get there on time, but we got
yeah,
there with
yeah.
plenty of time. We got food, which by the way, apparently, so Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the replacement for the Georgia Dome that used to sit in the stead. Georgia Dome, they blew that shit up. There was a whole video where a bus pulled in front of it right as it blew up. It was funny.
So
Um,
funny.
really great video. But it was a really big problem for the Georgia Dome. The concessions there were exorbitantly priced. Like if you wanted a simple combo, you were paying $17 for tenders, chips, and a drink. Not even fries, chips and a drink.
Just coming from a stadium where a beer is $17.
Oh my god, absolutely. That's the type of stuff we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So apparently, I don't know if this is because of the pandemic or whatever, but there was discussion of, hey, we have to get these concession prices down because we're not selling much concessions in the first place because of it. And also, people are just saying, hey, we're gonna eat beforehand or after instead of paying prices here. And so when we went into the stadium and we said, "Oh," like it was impressive. Like they had a lot of variety too. They have like a barbecue place. They had like a mac and cheese place where you could put like brisket on it. They had all
Sick.
these places. There wasn't a single thing there that was more than $10.
Oh, that's incredible. I'm so jealous. I let you know that is not the norm for stadiums. Like
Oh, it is
a
not.
vast majority of stadiums are still just insane and not in a good way.
Yeah. And they're definitely we got gouged at some point in the night. We definitely got gouged, and I'll talk about that momentarily. But yeah, as far as the concessions goes, they had like your burgers, your tenders and stuff, but they had like a taco place, they had a barbecue place, they had all these different types of places. And the food that we bought, we spent less than $40 on everything for both of us. Like drinks, souvenir cups, beer, all that stuff. Very
It's fantastic.
reasonably priced. I'm not gonna say cheap, just reasonably priced. So that was another extra blessing. And it was also like, so we got there with plenty of time. And the weird thing is, I feel bad because, look, it's a Beyonce concert. So there's already a certain type of person who's going to go to a Beyonce concert. But like, you could tell that like there were some people there that did not belong, quote unquote, at a Beyonce concert. People who took their wives, people who were dragged there by their girlfriends or whatever. I swear to God, there was a guy, literally the guy I was sitting next to, he sat down for
Oh,
94% of the show.
kills me.
He was because his wife was there turning up the entire time, but you could tell he was only there for her.
Jimena and I had a game at the Taylor concert, the Taylor Swift concert, where we would rank dads by like how good they did at being like supportive dads. Because some dads were there and you could just tell they didn't want to be there. Then there were other
Mm-hmm.
dads who like dressed up and had signs and
Ah,
stuff. And those were the dads who were like, we fucking love that dad. That's a good dad.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I get it. There's
Absolutely.
definitely a you can tell who's there because they want to be there, and you can tell who's there because they're there.
Exactly. And this brother was just there.
Yep.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Um, he just gave me my dad vibes too. He just looked like my dad. And I'm like, man, you're just
Yeah.
chilling. Because
Love that.
if my dad was at that concert, his ass would be in a chair too. I guarantee it.
I respect it.
But yeah. And because it was so close, we had really good seats also. It wasn't on the floor level. It was like the median before you get to the very high and
Like the
before you get to the
200
like
section, whatever that. Yeah,
absolutely
that's good.
200 section is
That's a
exactly
great
it.
spot to be.
Um, yeah. Yeah, and we were right on the side too, so we could see like everything, and we were near the stairs, so we didn't have to like look behind heads too much. It was great, or even like scoop by people to get to our chairs. It was really good. And so yeah, but because of that, it was a lot of like, oh, me and Gabby, we're getting up to dance all the time, but like I know this guy's right next to me, so I'm like I'm getting real close to Gabby. Like, all right, I don't want to like swing my arm and hit this guy.
Yeah,
So it was a lot of that. But in any case, it was a very, very good performance. It was a very good concert. He did open up. It was just her as an opener in like some like Oscar Met Gala ass dress that she came out in. It was
that's
very nice. It was
fucking
very
cool.
pretty.
That's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah. It was very much like this is separate from the actual concert experience. She came out and she sung like 3 or 4 songs, older stuff, and it's really like the love ballads is what she sung. She
Hmm.
did 1+1, which is from my favorite album four. She did other songs that I can't remember right now. She did like a lot of her slower, more like singy sing songs
Got it.
first, which I was really surprised by because I would think in a concert you want to pace yourself vocally. So to come out and immediately sing like the big sweeping performances,
Nah, she's Beyonce,
I'm
bro. She
like,
doesn't care.
yeah, Beyonce doesn't care.
Like I'm
Beyonce don't care.
Beyonce.
The new
I
Honey
don't
Badger
fucking
meme.
give a shit.
Fuck it, I'll do it. Give me the mic.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, she brought the house down with that. Then she like disappeared and like videos came in and it was like Renaissance, da 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 da, work, Vogue, Vogue. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm getting excited, even though I didn't love that album. Because I'll say this. First off, Renaissance, I didn't love it because it's a lot of house music influence. I don't listen to house music. I don't have because I don't like listen to it and know it like that. I don't have as much of an appreciation for it,
Hmm.
but I respect it. It's something that is not for me, but I just let it exist on its side and never talk down at it or whatever. But Beyonce's dipping her toe in it. I am a big Beyonce person, so when she interacts with it, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and it just didn't work for me. So I hadn't listened to the album at all. But literally, another thing where like this concert happening is like such a twist of fate. Like a week ago, Gabby's like, hey, remember how we were both talking about how we didn't care for Renaissance that much? Well, I went back to it and I like love that album now. And she's like over here singing the
Great
words. She
timing.
knows all the words. Yeah, incredible timing. She was over here like, oh yeah, I really don't know if I like this album much to flip on it immediately,
I
and
will
then we got
say,
tickets.
I don't know if this phenomenon has happened to you, but it's happened to me a few times where I'm a guy who I'll go to a concert for anything. Like it can be an artist that
Mm,
I've like never heard of, but I'm down because I just like concerts. I like concert vibes. I'm down, right? I'm a musically oriented person in that way, and I
well,
like
it's
seeing
just
live music, so I'm down. And it's happened to me more than once that I go into something either not knowing a lot about it or not super loving it, and then by seeing it live, I just find a whole new appreciation for it. Whether it's like a whole group, an album, a song. Like I've gone to concerts where I'm like, I don't fuck with this one song all that much, and then I hear it live, and I'm like, you know what, this song's fucking awesome. So that happens.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's I do have a little bit more appreciation for the album overall, in the same way that, for the same reason that the album didn't really do it for me, I respect the album even more for those reasons that it didn't do it for me.
Mm,
It's the house music stuff, and then also I guess house music is also very intertwined with like the LGBTQ culture as well.
mm,
It was so many like she had a lot of gay backup dancers. There was just a lot of like shouts out to like legends and historical figures in the queer community. It was a lot of that stuff throughout the entire show. They had a whole like, oh, I'm gonna sound so not hip when I explain this because I just don't know the specific words and such. But like they had like a voguing tournament at the end. I
nice.
know the thing is called voguing. Like when a bunch of people like get in a circle or a line or whatever and like just like fucking go off and like do the little
I know
the
what you
drop
mean.
thing.
I have seen
Yeah,
it.
yes, yes, I know it's called voguing, but I don't know what it's called when it's done like competitively like that.
It definitely feels like we are 55 years old right now talking
Oh,
about
dude.
something.
I am out of my element and I know this,
I'll
but
never
I
forget,
I
and I'm
still
sorry this is a
Mhm.
quick side note, but
Oh, please go ahead.
this is the first time in my life that I was like, oh man. I remember having to Google what Riz meant because I'm like, I keep seeing this and I don't know what it is. And I Googled it and I told him, man, I'm like, hey, we're officially getting older because there's a thing called Riz, and I had to look it up.
I as soon as I heard what it was, because I'll be honest, I knew what it meant almost the exact same time I heard it the first time.
Mm.
What fucked me up is what it's derived from. I didn't realize it was an abbreviation of charisma.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that either. That makes sense. Oh,
it
these
does.
kids
But like
nowadays, I tell you what.
you can't just say it Risma, like just Risma. Like that's the end
Nah,
of the word.
man, it's
That's
got
how
to
we
be one
abbreviate shit.
syllable, dog.
Or just Ma. Well, I guess you can't say Ma. I guess Riz makes sense. I don't like it. I don't like the kids. They're wrong. It's them who are wrong, not me. Anywho,
Back in my day.
yeah, back in my day, we you said the whole word. But no, okay. So it was a lot of for the concert. It was just a lot of like that energy swirling
Yeah.
around, and God, it was. I kind of told this to Gabby on the way in too. It was a very safe feeling atmosphere because of it. Because it's
Mm,
like, hey, we're all here for Beyonce. We're
mm.
all here to have a good time. We're all here to just go wild. If there was an environment in which to not be ashamed to sing along to a Beyonce song as a straight dude, this is the environment to not feel that.
Yeah.
No one's gonna look at you sideways because not only is everyone else doing the same thing, you paid money to come here and do that. Like that is kind of inherently known. So like I was like, hey, I'm not feeling any type of way. And when Beyonce hit all her songs and the ones that I knew, I was like, oh my fucking god, it's time. And I would fucking pick her up and be like, it was fucking great. And that brings me to the actual set list. Yes, she started with after she did those first opening songs, she started with Renaissance. She did like a good 4 or 5 songs back to back from Renaissance. And some of them were good songs. Like what is it? Break My Soul? Great fucking song. I love
It's
that
a
song
vibe.
now. I
It's
hated
a
it when it
vibe.
first came out. But it is a good vibe. The more I listen to it, the more it grows on me. So I love that song. Alien Superstar as well. That shit gets me as well. And at this point, every now and then I'll just say unique out loud in the middle of of the
Nice.
middle of whatever I'm doing,
Nice.
and just it'll just make Gabby laugh. She hears me off in the corner. But yeah, she did all those songs, and then the rest of the concert was kind of a pastiche of like clips from her other songs, or like she'll play the beat from one song, but then say the lyrics of like something from Renaissance, or she'll do like a beat from a song that isn't even hers and do like the lyrics of a song that is hers. It was a lot of like mixing and matching and kind of just like a party atmosphere. She would do like these old cool like slow jams, like stuff that's like at the Black Cookout, like that type of shit. And it was just like she's doing a bunch. She was singing songs. She played a little bit of Kendrick All Right for a second when her
Sick.
daughter came out to dance. And let me tell you, you want to talk about me being unruly. When
Like,
I
yeah,
heard Kendrick's voice,
this is my stuff right here.
finally, I'm represented. But no, when I heard that, I was like, "Is this motherfucker about to come out?" For a split second, I was like, "Oh no,
The
oh
fact that
no."
it's not impossible is the beauty of it.
That's the thing. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. Her whole concert is just overwhelming. She had set designs. She had a new costume every time she came out. She had a giant metallic horse that she brought out.
Oh
She
yeah,
rode a
I've
metallic
seen
horse
that.
through the air.
Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And then she floated through her air on her by herself once at the very end. It was insane. It was
She just
ridiculous.
flies. That's the
She
thing she can do.
yeah, she just flies. There were no wires or
No
anything. She just did
wires.
that.
Yeah, she just does that.
Exactly. She woke up like that too.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah, they had like a giant Hummer that she was like just bouncing her ass on. It was really, really cool. She was rotating in 360 degrees. And she, once again, she brought her daughter Blue Ivy out. And it was very funny because Gabby the whole night was like, I can't believe we get to see Beyonce and Blue Ivy. And I'm like, I didn't pay money to see Blue Ivy.
It's like
Don't like
no
second guilt
offense.
her.
I'm not here for Blue Ivy. Cool that she is
Yeah.
here, but that's not what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'm not paying $125 to see an 11-year-old. All due respect,
Yeah.
no matter how talented she is.
I don't care whose
Actually,
daughter she is, but it's all good.
exactly. It's cool that she's here. That's not the main reason I'm here. But she came out here. She did her thing. She nailed the choreography. And everyone. If you're a Beyonce fan, you're like in love
Oh
with the
yeah,
whole Carter family.
of
So
course.
like she came out and everyone was like, "Blue, you're killing it, Blue!" Like you could hear the supportive just shouts in the audience. It was all
Oh yeah.
nice. It felt like it's like the how do I say this? When the kid who's shy. All right, this is gonna be a super specific reference. Good luck to anybody who gets this.
I
It's
think
like
I'm
when you have
following.
like
I think I'm following. I think we're on the same lane.
in church, if you ever go to church and there's like a church play or something, or even like in the choir, someone who's asked to sing lead for a certain song, but they're very shy and like keep to themselves, and so they start like everyone's like, "Come on!" They cheer extra harder for that kid because they're
Yeah.
like, "Come on now, you got it," because they want to be supportive. It was absolutely that with Blue,
I will say
but Blue was killing it.
there was a guy and there's a kid in my class who had he would get very shy and he had a stutter, right? Like everybody knew that he
Mhm.
had a stutter, and obviously the shyer he got, his stutter got worse, right? But every time that he stood up to do a presentation, all of us who have been in class with him for years, we know him, everybody would just cheer him on and be like, "You got it, man. You're good. Don't worry about it, dude. You're killing it, man." And it's like
Oh
it's
yeah.
wholesome. It's beautiful.
Yep, absolutely. It was that vibe. So yeah, Blue Ivy killed it. Beyonce did so many more songs than Renaissance. She did shit from the Sasha Fierce era, like the Put a Ring on It era. And I was like, how the
Sick.
fuck are you doing this from 15 years ago? But yeah, dude, it was incredible. Beyonce is an insane show woman. The fact that she would go change costumes and it felt like she didn't even have a long enough break to like actually sit down and rest. It felt like someone just put clothes on her and she came back. And it's like, damn,
Can I ask
you're singing and dancing more?
how
Yeah.
long is this set list? Like how long is she on for? Estimate.
She
You
was
don't even know.
so she popped up out the floor to sing the first songs in the prelude at about 9:05.
Okay.
She she came off of her wires and all the lights went on at about 11:15.
Hmm.
So just over 2 hours.
Impressive.
And it was very impressive. Like to keep up that stamina for 2 hours,
Yeah.
it's less that oh god, it's just stimulation. That's my thing.
Totally.
It's like if that was me, like she wasn't like doing the craziest dances. Like she was just moving her arms a little bit, and she wasn't like over here like back breaking and stuff like that. But it's keeping
It's
that
a
up for
lot.
multiple hours, knowing where your marks are,
And singing,
trying to
man.
be
Singing
regal.
is
Yeah,
tiring. That shit tires you
singing
out.
is very tiring. It's literally exhaling. You're
Dude,
exhaling creatively.
yes. Dude, that's the best way I've ever heard. Yeah, for the when we went to the Taylor show and I know I talked about it because Taylor's set list is 3.5 hours, like nonstop.
Fucking hell,
And it's
dude.
it's insanity. Like there's been professional athletes who go to her shows and they're like, I don't know how she does it. It's legitimately very impressive. I singing from the stands in the few little like 31-minute breaks where she's doing an outfit change, I would sit
Mhm.
down on my seat like this, uh,
Like tired, right?
exhausted,
Yeah. I'm not
exhausted.
even
So
doing shit but screaming.
exactly, and it's incredible that these fucking women can do what they do because I can't I can't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't. Oh, man, it's so much. It takes so much stamina. Like
Oh
me and
yeah,
Gabby, there was literally a section of the show where we sat down because we were like, we just don't have it in us to keep
I
moving.
get it, man. I get it. I
It was so
totally get it.
much. It was so much, but yeah, it was an incredible night. It was so much fun. It was so great. Now to get to the price gouging, this is where we got gouged. So we saw, oh, there's a merch line, and we
Oh
have to get merch.
yeah.
I I it's one of those things where I'm like, we're only gonna see Beyonce once. I don't know if that's actually true, but in practical terms, I'm only gonna see
We'll
Beyonce
say that.
once.
We'll say it. Why not?
Yeah, we'll say it for now. So I'm like, we gotta get something. I'm looking at these prices. One T-shirt,
Oh my
$55
god.
for just a T-shirt. And I said, you know what? I can't justify getting a $55 T-shirt. This is way too much for that money. Who knows if you don't wash it properly, it starts wrinkling up and like the picture fades, all that stuff.
This is exactly what
I can't
Macklemore was
justify it.
talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's why he goes to the thrift shop. Oh, that was bad. So anyway,
Awful.
I'm like, there's no
Awful, and that's
way.
why I knew I had to say it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm like, there's no way I can justify getting us Beyonce shirts. We're gonna have to figure something out. So I bought us two.
Nice. Good work. Good work there, man.
Yeah.
Way to
I have
stand up for your beliefs. I get it. I get it. I
what's
get it.
what's more credit card debt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck it.
Um
I'm already in.
exactly. You already got my whole house. How
Yeah, who
about
cares?
my car too?
Fuck
Uh,
it.
let me not say that for the courts to see. But yeah, we've got matching Beyonce shirts. I'm very
Sick.
excited about that. I
You
finally have
had to.
Beyonce
You,
merch.
listen, you
Yeah,
gotta. I get it.
exactly. I'm not writing down my taxes. Shut up. But in any case, yeah, we got the shirts, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just it's a lot of things all mixed together in one. It's just the case of, hey, we get to be on this adventure, even getting up there on the MARTA and everything, riding on the bus. It was so cool to be like, oh, this bus is slowly filling with a bunch of people who are all here for the same thing. It was a lot of fun to be like, oh, we see a bunch of people with sparkly hats. We see people with like their with like a bunch of risque outfits, and let me tell you, so many risque outfits, so many sheer shirts, so many exposed nipples. Let me tell you, I've seen. I ain't seen anything too crazy, but yeah, I saw a lot. I saw a lot. It's all I'm saying. But it was all fun because, like I said, we were all there for the same reason. And I actually said to Gabby, "Hey, this reminds me of PAX. This reminds me of a convention where everyone's on the same page.
Oh, it's a
It's the same
blast.
exact thing.
I
Yeah,
was
it's the same
bringing
exact
I
thing.
was
It's
bringing
community.
props of my like $80
Oh,
Taylor Swift hoodie that we got. I was trying to find Jimena's shirt because she has a shirt, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know
mm,
what she did with it, but I
yeah.
I get it. You got to do it.
Yeah, I would have bought a hoodie. I thought about buying a hoodie because a hoodie might last longer, but also I we spent money on clothes that morning. We bought
It's just
outfits for
tough.
this concert already.
It's tough.
So
It's
yeah,
tough.
it's a lot. It's a lot. I had to at a certain point I said, all right, I'm already spending too much. Let me not spend everything I have. So yeah, but it was so much fun. And we were so fucking tired after. We were just so because it was just screaming and yelling the entire time and then the anxiety leading up to it of getting there. Where the whole day we were on edge. So when we finally got home, at first I thought so she fell asleep in the car when I drove back. And then as soon as I got home, I was like, I think I'm starting to fall asleep. I bought us McDonald's just so weren't going to bed hungry. She was eating her McDonald's. I was like, I ate my shit and
Like
slept
I'm
immediately.
done.
Yeah, I'm done. I stayed up the entire time on MARTA
Yeah.
and all that because I wanted to make sure no one's gonna fuck with us on the public transit. Like, I didn't
Mm-hmm,
have nothing into
mm-hmm.
me, so I fell out. So that's what I did on Saturday, and that is why I had to delay the show. It was very much so worth it. That was a lot of fun, and that's like a top. This is like a top 5 musical performance I've seen
Nice.
because if I go through my catalog, I've seen Drake and Lil Wayne, so that's 2. I've seen Jay-Z, I've seen Kendrick, I've seen Ritz, I've seen Yellow Wolf, and I think I've seen who's the other one? There's one more in my head. Oh, I've seen Chance the Rapper as well.
Mm.
So that's about 7. Add Beyonce on there, that's 8. So out of all those, Beyonce is definitely in the top 5. I think it's Kendrick number 1, maybe Beyonce number 2.
That's
Because
high
I
praise, man.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's sheerly because if I went to see Beyonce when she was doing 4, where every song she performed was like one of my favorite songs, because that whole album is perfect back to back, with maybe the exception of School and Life, but maybe that's only because it's not a single. Um, I would have been like Beyonce's number 1, but I think the production and set design and all that
Oh,
stuff.
it's something
I'll
else,
say
man.
this:
I get it.
the performance. Beyonce is the number 1 performance. When it comes to the music, Kendrick is more impactful.
Mm.
And that is so crazy because weeks before this Beyonce opportunity happened, like last month, we got tickets to One Music Fest. So I'm about to see Kendrick again this year.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I'm
And a lot
excited
of
for
other
you.
people. So yeah.
Kendrick is on my bucket list of like I need to see Kendrick at some point. I really, 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 really need to see Kendrick.
Luckily he's younger compared to a lot of these acts. He's gonna be
Yeah.
making music for a while, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So
I'm gonna get a
there will be
chance. I'll
chance.
get a chance for sure. Dude,
Good
that's
Lord,
awesome.
it's
I'm
gonna be
happy
great.
for you. Yeah, Beyonce, I've never been, but I've always known that like, showmanship wise, she's on a different level, right? I've always
Mhm.
known that. I've always appreciated that. I'm happy for you. A lot of what you're telling me is just bringing me good memories of the Eras tour, the Taylor Swift tour.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Beyonce and Taylor Swift are like on their own stratosphere when it comes to like sheer magnitude of
Hmm.
performance and everything about it and the sheer scale of it, right? And everything about it. I think they're on a league on their own. You know what I mean?
That's why their fans fight all the time on Twitter.
That is what they do. That is why, right? Because they're
Yeah.
they're up on the top, man. Everybody else is kind of a follower, and yeah, I am leading up to the Eras tour. I had seen Taylor twice already by that point. So that was my third Taylor Swift concert, and I told Jimena, I'm like, I have, because she has also seen a fair amount of concerts, and I told her I have a bet, an internal bet, that after you see the Eras tour, it will be at the very least in your top 3 concerts you've ever seen. So it is like at least top 3. When we went out day after, because you gotta process it, right? It's overwhelming, overstimulating. Day
Certainly.
after, I asked her where would you rank Eras tour, and she ranked it at number 1. So I'm like, well, that's
Wow.
how I know
Wow.
this is something else.
I respect that. And I once again, the presentational aspects, I think Eras Tour probably would have been up there for me as well if I was to see it. But like you're not gonna match when Love on Top came on at the Beyonce concert
I
and I lost
bet.
my
I
goddamn
bet.
mind. You're not
Listen,
because like I didn't wake up to a Taylor Swift song as my alarm clock for 5 years straight.
it's fair, right? Like there's also a connection there. I totally get it. I totally get it. But all I'll say, October 2024, she's going to be coming to Miami.
Wait, Taylor is?
Yeah. She's touring
What?
all the way till October of 2024 because of how fucking
The
large this tour is.
the tour you just went on a couple weeks ago
Oh yeah, she just
is going
finished.
on that long.
My dude, I'm telling you, she just finished the first leg after six straight sold out shows in SoFi Stadium in LA.
Oh my god.
She finished the first leg. She's gonna be touring Latin America for like 6 months. She's gonna be touring
Mm.
Europe for a long time after that, and then she's coming back to the US for a few more shows in 2024. So yeah,
Walkie.
It's pretty crazy.
I,
So, let's do it. Come over. We're gonna make it happen.
uh,
That's all I'm saying.
you know what? By that point in my life, maybe I have enough stability to be able to just do that. Plus, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about personal things. Long story short, there's a decent chance I might have a lot more time to do things outside of work next year. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
okay.
So maybe that's more of a possibility than it is right
I
now.
love it. I like it. It's up in the air. We didn't get the pre-sale code, but we're waitlisted. We're hoping we'll
Wait,
get enough freaking
they're
change.
selling those tickets now?
Oh, they sold them. They sold them already. They have been sold, Emmett.
That's more than a
Have
year
you
away. That's
have you in any way? I don't know if you have, and this is clearly I mean, have you read the articles about what this tour is doing to the economy?
oh yeah, like Ticketmaster shut down and all that stuff, and they're now in court or something,
Yeah,
lawsuits and
that's a
whatnot.
thing. And then there's been reports that every time she visits a city, that city's economy raises by like 300%. It's nuts. This is like it's fucking crazy, all right? It's pandemonium.
You know what? That's funny because much like I forget what city it was, but someone did like a Taylor Swift day when she came through. Was that California?
Oh, well no, so that's part of the fun that's been hilarious as a Taylor Swift fan. Every time that she goes somewhere, each office of people who run the place now are almost basically forced to come up with something. She's been mayor for a day. They've changed the names of cities. Santa Clara was called Swifty Clara for a day. She was the mayor. They are calling national official dishes after her. It's a whole thing, my dude. It's a whole thing.
My God, I was only referencing that because Atlanta literally declared August 11th National Beyonce Day.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. These two are out here just fucking ruling the world. We just live in their world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and ultimately, who runs the world?
Girls.
Yeah, yeah, and that's really the fucking moral of the whole story.
That's
From
the
the
truth.
point, I didn't even get to see Beyonce if not for my girlfriend. So shout out to her
Shout out.
for having connections and liking me enough to want to bring me along.
Huge shout out. We love it. Yeah, Jimena and I, we have tickets. We're gonna go to Doja Cat, which is not on the same level, of course. And right now it's a
That should
little
be a fun
spicy.
show.
Yeah, it should be a fun show. Right now
Yeah.
it's a little spicy. The one thing that because it's Jimena, me, and Jimena's best friend, and we've already been like, we're gonna dress up like the biggest sluts in the planet. We're gonna aim to
Mm.
wear the least amount of clothing possible.
Mm.
So yeah.
I feel you. That's gonna be fun. And I already tell you right now, yeah, there's only some pictures from last night that I could show my parents.
Exactly.
I'd be very
That's the
specific.
vibe we're going for. I
Yeah,
said I want to
yeah.
get one of those
There's
pants
some
that
parts of
have
that
your butt
outfit.
cheeks out, you know?
Oh, the assless chaps?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I saw a lot of assless chaps on a
Hell
lot of young
yeah,
men last
dude.
night.
Fuck yeah, you did.
So you will fit in. So, Doja Cat concert too? Yeah, yeah, you're probably gonna fit
Oh
in
yeah.
there. People like Doja.
And it's in
People like Doja.
Miami. It's in Miami.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
For the same reason that, of course, the album that's all about queer folks is gonna kill it in Atlanta 3 days in a row.
Exactly. It's perfect. It's
Bingo.
beautiful.
Exactly. It just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Good
So
for you.
yeah,
Good for you, man.
it was a great time.
Oh
Great,
yeah.
great
It sounds like
day.
a great
Just
time.
great weekend.
I'm very happy for you guys because it sounds like a really, really great time, and I wish I could have done it as well. But I'm
Yeah,
happy for you.
yeah. Can't wait to get to work and they're like, "Oh, so you had that quiet weekend you were looking forward to, Emmett?"
Actually, not at all.
Actually, very opposite of quiet.
Literally the
But
exact opposite of quiet.
bingo, bango, boingo. But a good time nonetheless.
Shout out to
Hopefully, I'll talk
Beyonce.
about a video game next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I beat a video game this weekend too, which is fucking crazy.
Which video
I beat
game,
Borderlands
dude?
3.
Look at this fucking guy,
Yeah.
man.
I said I had 2 quests left, and I said I'm gonna beat Borderlands 3. But I was hoping this weekend be quiet enough to me to run through 2 or 3 of them. But I'll take
Hey,
Beyonce over video games any
we'll
day.
take Beyonce. I'm. Any parting words after going to the Blue Ivy concert?
First off, I love that you did that because that's how my girlfriend was talking about it. It's really good. Any parting words? Beyonce's great. Listen to Lemonade, but better yet, listen to 4. And she's the ultimate queen. And Pray for me for One Music Fest, because I swear to God, there's been a massive event every single month this entire year,
Hmm.
with the exception of maybe July. I have been spending an exorbitant amount of money at one point every single month. October is going to be that, followed by Halloween. So
Oh
after
yeah.
I get out of the concert, it's like, oh, we're dressing for Halloween, and then after that it's November, and after that it's December. So it's
That always
Thanksgiving and
reminds
Christmas.
me. Yeah, there's a horrible timing for my life that I'll just always have to deal with, and I'll part with this. And I'll leave our Zells in the description below so the people can. No, I'm kidding.
My Cash App is my Twitter.
Cash App, yeah, my Cash App is my Twitter too, so go for it. The thing that I always say that I'm like, man, my timing has been awful. My mom's birthday is in mid-December.
Ooh,
Christmas happens. Jimena's birthday is in January.
my God.
Then there's Valentine's Day.
Mm.
March is Jimena and I's anniversary.
Oh my God, dude.
April
What
is
the
my
hell?
dad's birthday.
Mm.
So there's a solid 7-month stretch where I'm
Mm-mm.
fucked. And I'm like skipping over some aunts and some sisters and some like sister-in-laws. It's hell. It's hell.
Yeah. I'll also add very quickly. I have like three of my relatives all have birthdays in February.
Oof.
Valentine's Day is in February.
Oof.
Our anniversary of getting together is in January.
Oof.
Her birthday's in March.
Yeah, man. We're on the same boat.
And then once you get to April, it's like, so what trip are we taking this summer? It's like, ah,
Oh, fuck. The one thing,
it's
shout
a
out to
lot.
Jimena, because it's August and we already bought half our Christmas gifts because this girl is on it.
Bingo, bingo. I might
Love
need to
her.
get. I already bought Gabby a couple things. Maybe I need to get on that vibe in the next
Oh,
few
it's
months.
it's
Because, whew,
amazing. It's the best. It's August and we're like most of the family's taken care of, and it's a beautiful thing.
yeah, I'm gonna start making a list and check it twice. Perhaps I'll have it done by next episode.
Sick, sick. Well, everyone, make sure you donate to your local Beyonce, and we'll see you the next time.
Is Beyonce me? Because you got a Cash App sent to.
Sure, yeah. Why not, man? Why not? If you're
All right.
Beyonce, I want to be Blue Ivy.
All right, sure. You can be my daughter.
See you guys later.